Alrighty, guys, we're back for Farewell Toxic, and this is a Final Fantasy Standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first. Put this one on the do not craft list because we are losing most of these cards due to rotation. So farewell, Venerated Rotpriest. Farewell, Skrelv. Farewell, Crawling Chorus and Jawbone Duelist. Farewell, Slaughter Singer and Bloated Contaminator. A couple Annex Sentries here on the top end too. Farewell, I suppose. Also, Seedcore making the cut as a 2 of. Over something like Cavern of Souls, sort of just to say farewell to Seedcore too. Also, Mirrex. I'll kind of miss Mirrex. What about you guys? So yeah, as you can see, I'm not taking the time to read most of these. They've been out for so long. Also, guys, I've already played the matches. We played them together over on stream on Twitch. A lot of fun ones to showcase. I have no idea which ones I'm going to pick and choose for the video, but I'm going to go ahead and skip the final thoughts for this video as well. So what are some cool additions to Toxic that are in here? Well, all for Ajani. For the -3 ability, target creature gains flying and double strike until end of turn. Works so well with Bloated Contaminator, it's not even funny. Because of course, when it deals combat damage to a player, you proliferate. When you proliferate, you'll proliferate onto the Ajani as well, and then it has double strike, so you'll proliferate again, and we actually got to pull that off today. Really, really cool stuff. Also, kind of a +1/+1 counter theme packed in. A couple Zack Fairs works really well with the +1/+1 counter theme and works really well to protect our important creatures, very similar to the Skrelv. We also have Infectious Bite in here. I guess farewell, Infectious Bite. Not the only removal packed in. We do have a couple Sheltered by Ghosts. So our Sheltered by Ghosts working really well with the Venerated Rotpriest, of course. Outside of that, it's really not a Rotpriest deck list where, I mean, Rotpriest is still worth it in here because there's so much spot removal floating about all the time. A couple Synchronized Charges as well. It's a great way to give trample to important creatures like Jawbone Duelist that already has the double strike. But also Vigilance comes in handy, and also fitting the +1/+1 counter theme, and also the Harmonize is not unheard of either, so. Okay, guys. I guess that's that. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and I already know how we did, so let's see what matches I decide to include into the video. All right, we should take the turn to establish the Rotpriest while they're tapped out, because Rotpriest is a terrible one for them to hit with a counterspell. Now, speaking of counterspells, which one here? Which one? I guess Jawbone Duelist, we have 2 of them. Start with a swing. See if Jawbone Duelist lands, if they do something like an Elspeth Smite. Get the poison through, not sticking, probably a counterspell then. Ooh. Jawbone Duelist lands. Does that mean we're going to run into temporary lockdown? The Simulacrum Synthesizer. Well, it's definitely a lockdown style build, so we gotta go, bro. We gotta go fast. Oh no. With Synthesizer right on time, we're really, really hoping that they miss the United Battlefront next turn. They keep 1 on top. Okay. If we establish the second Jawbone Duelist, it's probably second Duelist. Our best bet is actually getting the poison through, for sure. Okay. 3 more poison. Yeah, plugging these charges onto the Duelist. Get the good game ready. United Battlefront. All right, let's hope they miss a little bit here. Clay-fired bricks. I'd call that a miss, bro. Holy cow. We have 6 poison on the board. Right. We just, we go for the swing. Oh, Leyline of Hope for free. All right. Well, try Skrelv. Hope they miss Sheltered by Ghost, because Sheltered by Ghost on an early Skrelv is actually really good, especially with the extra ward early on here too. Gonna be flying in. Yeah, the opponent really had it in that last one for sure. Swing right past the Skrelv. Infectious Bite should be really good. But since they played 2 blockers, we still don't get the Skrelv through. So we hold Skrelv as protection for the Jawbone Duelist. And it's probably going to be Annex Sentry before Contaminator here. Yeah, biting the bat would have been pretty good too, Jam. Yeah, right now, with them slipping through the air, second bat's really bad news. Oh no, guys, and the free Leyline of Hope boosting everything. So if I would have popped the bat last turn, maybe this would hurt a little bit less, but it's about to really hurt, bro. Ow, my face. Yeah, they all still would have been huge, but we would have taken 3 less from the Ruin Lurker bat. Now, Infectious Bite's going to have a really hard time actually dealing with any of these. So, Annex Sentry starts, takes one of the bats out of the air. Potentially a decent block on the ground. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty solid turn 3 from the opponent, for sure. We probably have to keep the Skrelv back, but slipping the extra poison through would be crazy. Down to 7, then we die if the block doesn't work on the Sentry. We probably just keep Skrelv as protection. Hope that we don't have to use Skrelv to protect against the Sheltered and still get 2 poison through. But it'd be really nice to get 4 poison through. But I think we are forced to wait. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, we're hoping Sentry is a blocker. And we need to have protection against Sheltered by Ghosts because the opponents are really having it right now, huh? So if we go down to 7, we can still take 6 as long as the Sentry is able to block on the ground. Oh, Vanguard. Vanguard boost, guys. Crap. Crap. Oh, okay. I'm not at 7, though. I didn't have to use Skrelv. Okay. Jeez, man. My brain was tricking me. Okay, we're at 9. We can take the 7. We won't have the Skrelv ability open. Yeah. Okay. Woo! Alright. We got 3 poison on the board. We don't find removal that can actually hit anything. If we go Skrelv ability onto Duelist, we get 4 poison through there. Annex Sentry is another one. They're at 7 poison. 8 with Infectious Bite. Yeah, at that point should have attacked with Skrelv for sure. We just don't know what was in the opponent's hand. I think Synchronized Charge would be pretty good here. I apologize, opponent. I'm thinking, buddy. Synchronized Charge would be pretty good because of the Vigilance. And then we can keep Skrelv open with just a Plains. They have Ruin Lurker in the air, though, if we do Synchronized Charge. If we had 1 more mana, we could have Synchronized Charge and dropped the Infectious Bite. Plugged both counters onto 1. That would have been pretty good, actually. So, I suppose there's really nothing we can do. We'll spread the counters wide so they both get Vigilance. At that point, too, since there's nothing we can do, yeah, we'll just maximize the amount of damage going through, and we turn Skrelv's 1 into an extra couple from the Jawbone Duelist. Yeah, we're dead in the air from the Ruin Lurker bat, unfortunately. But yeah, anyone's game? The opponent kind of ran away with this for sure, for sure. They didn't even need any removal either. Another Annex Sentry could have been good this game to pick up the other bat. Infectious Bite proving too weak and kind of sort of my fault. We have really good blocks here. Good game, opponent, if I didn't drop it yet. Mana would have saved us the turn. But also, if I would have cleaned up the Ruin Lurker bat when you originally said to pop the bat with the bite, that also would have helped us significantly. Because the Ruin Lurker in the air did a majority of that damage. Early Leyline. Oh, buddy. Are you guys going to miss the toxic cards? It doesn't look like a cut down. Pretty sure they would have traded a cut down into that. Maybe Skrelv can give us a little bit of extra protection on this board. Looks like Rotpriest is going to die before Skrelv has the chance to protect, unfortunately. That's okay. We still have 2 toxic creatures on the board. Nothing to pick up with the Sheltered by Ghost. Do I worry about the Skrelv? I think I worry about just getting the toxic through before the opponent drops too many big old chunky demons. Third mana. Whatever 3-drop they play, we can potentially pick up with Sheltered, unless they just go spot removal for the turn. Sheltered just chilling in hand awkwardly, right? Deep Averbat takes the Sheltered by Ghosts. Luckily, our board state has just great trades into the bat, which we take all day. We find the mana this game for sure, and Skrelv into the bat is okay. But it's probably just better to swing with Crawling Chorus. This time, keep the Skrelv open for protection against their spot removal. It's like they're going up to 6 poison, which should be super sketchy for the opponent, especially since they don't know what's in our hand. Another Deep Cavern Bat. Well, now they'll know what's in our hand. We still got 2 mana open too. GG opponent. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Skrelv could call black to slip right on by the bats. That would be a great way to finish it up or close out the game. So we don't realistically know what was left in their hand. At 6 poison, 3 poison creatures on the board, 1 bat. I guess keeping the Skrelv open was a good call. Because my bet was they had spot removal that they couldn't do much about anything on our board. Like Go for the Throat doesn't pop Skrelv, for example. And if they targeted something else, we would just get a Mite back, or we could protect them with Skrelv too, so... Alright, opponent goes first. Yeah. Am I crazy, or have most of the hands just been pretty good? Like, nothing to complain about. Wow, just got better, too. Alright. I better get the thicket down, actually. The deck needs more Mockingbird. We could have went Bant. We could have. But my last farewell deck list for Wormlet was Bant. Oh no, I shouldn't say the last one. The last one we did on stream. There we go. Alright, Seedcore doesn't power up Ajani when it comes time, but it totally works for now. That's probably... That mountain's probably a problem. I might just double down on Crawling Chorus for the turn. Actually, I am going to keep Skrelv as protection for the Jawbone Duelist. I hope that's okay. Big thing here is we don't know what we're up against. Jund. I'm starting to paint a clearer picture in my mind about what we're up against. Trumpeting Connoisseur. All right. This works, right? If we call red? It should. Trumpeting Connoisseur is a red card. It's just like one of those weird abilities. Yeah, okay, cool. And Mirrex mana fixes us into Ajani if that's what we want to do. But honestly, just establishing Bloated Contaminator is a little better here. Or Slaughter Singer, give extra poison to the Duelist. We could also get the Crawling Chorus down too. That seems pretty good as well. Pay the 2 for the Skrelv. Now we're not worried about the protection, and here's why, guys. We're probably up against Dino Reanimator, which means we gotta go, bro. We gotta go. Alright, 4 poison. Hopefully we can win next turn. Alright, see if they have the Zombify. Use the spoils. So got 2 mana open. They pass it back. Is that it? Is that... Oh, we don't have double white for the Ajani, unfortunately, guys. Alright, we're gonna keep the Skrelv open. It just passed right back, though, didn't it? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna go for victory this turn. I'm also gonna take the 2 here. I think that's it. Because it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's not sticking. Yeah, good game, opponent. Good game. Hey, 11 poison. Right. The second we knew it was Dino Reanimator was the second that I decided to just dump it all onto the board and try to win on the backswing. And what I meant by backswing was their turn 4 was coming up, which meant they really could have popped off all of a sudden. It would have had to been pretty fancy. So their Gishath was from Seize the Spoils. The only thing that they could have reanimated was Connoisseur. And Connoisseur could have hit another powerful 5-drop or less. They could have had multiple blockers on the board. The hope was we go wide enough, we slip a couple of them past, or slip Jawbone Duelist underneath them with the Skrelv or something. Oh, with double Synchronized Charge, this could be worst hand of the evening so far. Maybe even worse. Ajani's pretty good. I was going to say, maybe even worse than the hand where we only saw planes. We'll see, though. Okay. I'm still going to go for that swing. And I guess I'll get the planes down over the Seedcore. You know what? Yeah, what the heck, man. Let's boost the Skrelv. Nice. Nice, guys. Their furnace wasn't early removal. Boros colors. A face down card. What could it mean? We can't pick that up with Annex Sentry, but we can. Ajani double strike Skrelv into the sky. I think it's probably just better to plug another counter onto Skrelv, though, honestly. If they swing at Ajani, we don't gotta worry about them blocking next turn. Unless, well, unless whatever they flip that face down card into is actually enough to kill Ajani, which would make me pretty sad, actually. I didn't really consider that. 4th mana. Opponent's doing some weird stuff. I have no idea what they're doing. Autonomous Furnace and a face down card has me confused. I mean, it's got to be like removal for Skrelv, a Get Lost or something. The second we go -3 on the Ajani, probably don't get it through. I think I'm going to take the turn for some setup here. Bloated Contaminator. Plug the extra counter. We do have Synchronized Charge back from the grave. Tap the Contaminator. I'm pretty sure this is a spot removal turn from the opponent. A little bit of setup here. Keep our big creatures around. It's too bad we just don't know what we're up against, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. I hope that's okay. I mean, should I keep Skrelv as protection, though? Yeah. One turn. One turn of not being aggressive. Like, it's just a gut feeling. We'll see what they got here. Because I'd rather Skrelv get popped by a Get Lost over a Contaminator. Oh, Quintoris. Oh. It might be a Quintoris build. Reaching Dragonstorm. Yeah. We probably just died or something, didn't we? We probably just died. Alright, let's see it. Connoisseur. If they don't have any flyers, but this one usually runs the monks, right? 3-mana monk. Scroll Shift. They activate that on the Dragonstorm. Just pray they miss Quintoris. Is that how these deck lists work? So the combo has to get to the end here. They gotta miss Quintoris. Well, they find another Connoisseur guy. Guys, I'm scared. Oh, Quintoris off of the Connoisseur. Well. And then they go Discover 4, and that finds another Scroll Shift. They use Scroll Shift on Dragonstorm. Oh, nope, they're going to use it on Connoisseur this time. Especially because of the Discover, right? Well, I guess I thought a little bit too hard about actually using Synchronized Charge and going for the swing. I guess it didn't matter. They go Discover 4. They find Scroll Shift. Shouldn't they use it? So they use it on the Connoisseur. Connoisseur does Discover. I guess I'm confused as to why not Dragonstorm to get more Connoisseur. I guess they could accidentally hit Quintoris Cond off of the Dragonstorm, but they hit Quintoris off the Connoisseur. Okay, I don't know. I don't know, man. They go Discover 4. Scroll Shift. Connoisseur. Discover does an extra ping. Do they discover their last Quintoris is the question. They do discover their last Quintoris. Are we gonna survive, actually? Down to 8. Discover 4 on Quintoris, down to 6. No, they go 3-2. We're alive! But we can't call red on Skrelv because the face down card is colorless. No! We do have double strike in the air with the Contaminator, though, which is pretty cool. They got a discard down to 7. Holy cow, guys. Yeah, Art, you were right. It was a Quintoris build. More mana. Not bad, right? Annex Sentry hits the 3-2, but we're probably just going to try double strike in the air anyways. Double striking Contaminator's crazy business. But you know what's even better than a double striking Contaminator? A Vigilant double striking Contaminator. Right. I mean, this is like, we probably hit the opponent's face. I get that they're going to win with Quintoris next turn, but they're going to win with swinging Connoisseurs anyways. We're at 8, so everything to face regardless, right? I'm pretty sure. And We can just target Contaminator here for extra damage. And we can also put extra Toxic onto Contaminator here too. We might as well take the 2. No, I'll pay the white. That's fine. And we can call red, I suppose. Either way, double strike onto the Contaminator. And at that point, Jawbone Duelist, Synchronized Charge would have been cool on that too, but this is also pretty darn good. And Proliferate. Onto everything except for Quintoris. Yes. Nice. This is freaking sick, dude. Everything except for Quintoris. 8 poison. Really, really close. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's like I said. We could have swung Quintoris, but at that point, they just win with the swing on the Connoisseur. Even if they don't win with the swing on Connoisseur, like a 9/9 Contaminator is a really good blocker, but Quintoris is probably going to get them there this turn then. So they hit Dragonstorm off of Dragonstorm, then Atali. We go down to 4 here. Atali also activate Quintoris's ability as well, right? So going down to 2. And then they still... Did they activate Quintoris's ability? Okay, we're dead anyways. Okay. Okay, so Atali activated Quintoris's ability twice. Wow. That's something, man. Yeah, the hands have been good. No 1-drops here. A lot of 1-drops to draw into. Well, there we go. Like I said, a lot of 1-drops to draw into. Skrelv is excellent. All 4 of them for a really good reason, even though it's legendary, huh? It's kind of been an MVP today, too. Swag is good. All right, awesome. What is that dance, Suki? What am I beholding right now? What is happening? Jeez. Okay, they go ahead. They discard a Dispersal. So second Duelist tells me all I need to know. The question is, do we want to get extra poison through before a lockdown, or do we want to keep Skrelv open to protect against a Dispersal? And probably Skrelv open here, right? Yeah. Skrelv protect Jawbone Duelist. Seems a little bit better to me. Oh, dancing to give you luck. Oh, thank you. Certainly sus. I feel the luck burning within, burning from within my soul. Maybe what we actually need is a very similar dance, but with the Red Cat avatar doing the dance. Maybe that's what we actually need here on the channel. Burning from within my retina. Exactly. Oh man. Yeah, I feel like the opponent doesn't like that we kept Skrelv open, guys. I feel like the opponent doesn't like that very much. Yeah, one big thing, like, of course, if it passes back, Skrelv untaps. So if we would have swung with Skrelv, they would have done it on their turn for sure to tempo out the Jawbone Duelist, because that's a great tempo play. Especially when Duelist is one of the most aggressive cards in the deck list. Infectious Bite should be good. Slaughter Singer before the swing is decent, but honestly, second Jawbone Duelist is also really good. So we start with the swing, see what happens. Maybe. There we go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh, it's just going to get so much worse. But, like, also, they could double down here. They could. On the stack, they do not double down. But next turn, they can deal with the Duelist then. That probably means second Duelist. But also, I hope that we don't run into the board wipe. At the same time, I don't want to play around the board wipe because I want to threaten lethal next turn before it's too late. I don't know what kind of board wipes the... Okay, good game opponent. Again, this is why it took so long to get that poison achievement. I love all the hands. The hands have been terrific. Except for the hands that we just don't talk about. I'm going to try to establish Skrelv first, because we'd love the protection on the board once we actually double down on Rotpriest, so... There's a really good chance that Skrelv dies, though. Duress misses. That's nice. That's really nice. Oh, save a blocker. Rotpriest number 1. Rotpriest number 2. No attacks. Yeah, I'm glad you like those flames, though, Jam. And thank you, by the way. If I didn't say thank you for the compliment. Creature of the Schism isn't spot removal, opponent. You sure you don't want to slam some spot removal over here? The death touch is actually pretty brutal. Zack for more protection on the board could be good, because it doesn't appear that they're going to be the type of deck list to have board wipes. But getting the Slaughter Singer down is really good too, especially if we can start to get that through with the Skrelv ability. The big thing here is, guys, well, okay, we can actually do the Slaughter Singer. No, never mind. Well, either way, Slaughter Singer is pretty good. Okay. We play Zack and get ready for next turn, right? We get ready for protection with Zack next turn and just keep Skrelv as protection for this turn. Just dump our hand. Like I said, I don't think they're the style of deck list that runs board wipes, so we'll see. With Preacher of the Schism. One less blocker is good news. Oh, except it generates a white vampire. So now we're going to have trouble actually using Skrelv ability to slip by their blockers. All right. Take the 2 down to 18. Unholy Annex. Come on, opponent. I know you got some spot removal in there, buddy. Come on, just start targeting things. And now that we see Rotpriests, of course, we're not going to see the Synchronized Charge, which is one of, like, the best case scenarios with Rotpriest in here for sure. I got Sheltered by Ghost too. Synchronized Charge, bro. Sometimes I just say things because I know that the game wants to prove me wrong. So that's why. That's why I said it. Good. That's really good, dude. Holy cow. Slaughter Singer also giving a boost here. No! Opponent, come back! It was a tough decision. Come back! Okay, alright, well. What creatures do you guys think was going to be best to target there? I was thinking double down on Rotpriests. So, Synchronized Charge on each Rotpriest gets them up to a 2/3. After the swing with Slaughter Singer, they're going to be 3/4s, right? Then the 3/4s and the Slaughter Singer too, whenever another creature you control with toxic attacks, it gets +1/+1. So actually, this would have been a 2/2. 2/3. So Slaughter Singer was probably still going to be the block from the Cecile. Either way, Synchronized Charge targets 2 of our creatures. Then the double Rotpriest was going to be crazy business. We probably still would have swung with Slaughter Singer, but we probably would have called black with the Skrelv, so they had to chump with the Vampire. That way Cecile didn't trade into the Singer. And if they tried to block Death Touch into Rotpriest, we had Indestructible from Zack. Wow. Wow. Another good hand. I'm actually blown away by how the hands have looked so far. As long as we find our third mana. Saz is Chocobo. Oh, this will be a good one. There's our third mana right on time. Alright. We got to try to go equally as fast. So I'll get Jawbone Duelist down. You know what? I'm not going to hold protection open. I should have swung, by the way, before the Duelist, but that's okay. Yeah, it always depends what we're up against. If that was more Azorius colors or something, I would have kept Skrelv as protection. Against mono green landfall? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Because even if they go boost Chocobo to the extremes and go Bushwhack onto Duelist, it's fine. Because at least the Bushwhack isn't grabbing a land or something, right? It's like they pass it back, so no Bushwhack. Call green on Skrelv, get 4 poison through up to 5. Play Contaminator for the turn. Worth it. Definitely worth it, right? Right now it's the Evolving Wilds that's holding. They pop the Evolving Wilds. Saz is Chocobo getting the boost. Wait a minute. At instant speed, they could have... Okay, they don't. Luckily, right? But that could have been bad. I guess Tail Swipe's still a card that could be played. So, yeah. Could have been bad. Alright, Bloated Contaminator. Come on down, buddy. Now this is a match where seeing Ajani would be really good. Especially double striking Contaminator with the extra proliferate and everything. Yep, would be really good. Yeah, definitely worth it. Getting the 2 extra through with the Duelist. I mean, that's just like, what's that the equivalent to? An extra 4 damage? It's the equivalent of like 8 damage if we want to think of poison that way, right? It's a weird way to think of it, though. Saz's Chocobo's a 4/5 now. They do have that Bushwhack, guys. They decide Contaminator is not worthwhile, and that makes sense, because Duelist slipping under the Chocobo next turn gets him to 9, and that's just way too scary. That's a decent trade for us, man. But nah, I think we can still outpace them. I do. We'll see. Zack's pretty good. We probably take the turn to establish a bunch of 1-drops. Just swing with Contaminator, keep the Skrelv open this time for a second Bushwhack. I'll do Rotpriest before combat. And the other 2 after combat. Yeah, we could activate... We could play Zack, keep the 1 open, activate Skrelv, get an extra poison through on the Contaminator, bring them up to 8. I think it's actually a little better to not do that, though. Yeah, then keep Zack open for next turn. Never mind. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is good. As long as we don't die, right? As long as we don't die, we're totally fine. Oh, I had to play Zack first. Okay, no, we're fine. Whew. Whew. That could have been bad, first of all. Zack definitely wanted to get onto this board state before all of this. That's my bad, guys, because the proliferate onto Zack is really good, too. Unless... Wait a minute, did I have an option? When did I... I'm confused. I don't know what step I was in, guys. Yeah, so we're going to keep Zack's ability open for the indestructible. Anyways, a couple mistakes were made. Zack before all of it, just in case they had an instant speed piece of removal, like Tail Swipe or something, right? That way Skrelv could have been open as the Zack actually entered. Then we can activate Skrelv on the Contaminator. Then Contaminator could have proliferated onto Zack. So, order matters. Be careful. Especially in this deck list. Now, being at 8 poison, if they start to find more things that target, with the Rotpriest on the board, I mean, they're in significant danger. With just a green creature entering, we do have a chump blocker for the Saz's Chocobo. And I will take that chump block all day. Yeah, we don't have to take the extra damage here from the Evolving Wilds either. It'll be an extra 2 thanks to the Traveling Chocobo, which is still pretty neat. Yep, GG opponent. Yeah, Zack with the Proliferate's pretty sick. And also Zack with the Synchronized Charge too. And Ajani. A lot of little neat counter synergies in here. Another great hand, guys. I am going to say Zack is worthwhile. Yeah, I do think this deck is very Glass Cannon. Yep, feels like it, for sure. Speaking of Glass Cannon deck lists, that mono green landfall is also kind of a Glass Cannon, isn't it? All right. Rotpriest. The plan was to keep protection for Rotpriest, so I'm going to stick to the plan, but up against... Oh, I could have swung. I'm being silly, guys. That's okay. We're trying to do the poison thing anyways. Up against Orzhov and probably Orzhov Sacrifice, I am a little bit afraid of what kind of board wipes they might have in there, because 4 mana board wipes wouldn't be unheard of in like Orzhov tokens and stuff. Okay, we didn't have to keep Zack open. Razorverge Thicket's totally fine. We got some decisions to make here, guys. Johnny double strike onto Rotpriest, right? It's just right now. Probably Contaminator then. Then we don't have the Zack open for protection's the problem, but we didn't need it last turn. Maybe we won't need it this turn. It's usually not the case. And you know what? Against this type of Orzhov, probably exile removal anyways, so the Indestructible on the Zack. We'll go for the full swing as well. I'm playing things in a terrible order, guys. We should have swung with all the mana open, but they were going to block no matter what, so... Because it's a really good block for them, and they don't want the poison getting through. Especially if we kept it open, too, we could have had some kind of surprise in hand that could have given, like, double strike or something. Elesil Core, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's all a problem, but Mirrex is good. Mirrex is pretty good. Yeah. Double strike to the Contaminator. Could keep the 1 open for the Zack. Could be some good trades. Raise the pass style deck list. Yeah, Jam, you're probably right. It probably is raise the past over Orzhov Sacrifice. So they love the blocks then. I'm going to say... So double strike Ajani, of course would be great. But... No, yeah, that is what we do. That is what we do. Because 4 poison is no joke. And then we get some more blockers on the ground too to protect the Ajani, to start doing some pluses as well. Yeah, it's so good because it boosts the Ajani with the Proliferate. We don't need to keep Zack open this time, right? Nope, I'm still going to keep Zack open. Never mind, never mind. I'm going to get the Crawling Chorus down. These are tough decisions, man. These are really tough decisions. 5 cards in the opponent's hand. There's so many different types of spot removal that they could do. They do full swing at the Ajani. We take the blocks all day, right? Protect the Ajani at all costs. Another nesting bot to the grave. Hopefully it isn't like a full-powered Raise the Past. Even so, they don't have any flyers in the grave. So the -3 on the Ajani. It is going to be a Raise the Past too. But we can still fly in with the Bloated Contaminator. Slaughter Singer is pretty good. I don't like that we're going to be missing the Ajani. But we really should. We really should go for the double strike while we have it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Crap, dude. Okay. Okay. We'll swing. Hopefully they miss Raise the Pass number 2. Hold up, guys. Zack. We pop Zack, put it on Contaminator, 16 damage. Yeah. Yeah. Who needs the poison, huh? 16 double strike damage in the air. Holy cow. That's crazy business. Also, we proliferate onto that. So we could have done 17 damage with the proliferate from the first strike. GG, guys. Wow. All right. Yeah. Now we're really doing the thing, too. We're on a pretty good win streak. We're going to end on a high note with this deck list, though.